Welcome to Chokeholds and Chill, where the arm bars are tight and the conversations are deep.
We're Jenn and Mal, two women navigating life, mat burn, and the wild world of Jiu Jitsu, one episode at a time.
From white belts to black, trauma to triumph, we bring you the real stories from the people who roll through it all.
So tighten your belt, take a breath, and let's get into it. Hi, this call will be recorded.
Thank goodness.
Right? I know. It's like a operator or something. Yeah, so we'll do like a full intro in a sec, but how was your trip? Tell me where you went again.
Yes.
So I went to we went to Venice in Italy and then Slovenia.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I don't know why. I just didn't really ever think I'd make it over to Europe.
Right.
And then my little brother was getting married in like a wine castle place. And
Oh, cool.
yeah, I was kind of like, oh my God, like that's such an expensive trip to go to your wedding, but it was really, really wonderful. And I'm so glad that like it kind of forced me to go. So
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
I definitely think just like the like mountains and just the beauty of Slovenia. Yeah, I think that was my favorite. I mean, technically my favorite part was just getting to spend like unlimited time with my wife and not having to like go our separate ways for work and such. But from the country standpoint, just the beauty of Slovenia is really nice.
That's super cool.
It is cool. And I love that you got all that quality time with your wife. That's important, like away from real life and the real world.
Exactly. I'm kind of obsessed with her, and we never get enough time together, so it was really nice to just get to be together.
That's so wonderful. Well, I definitely like want to get into that more because obviously you guys are super busy and you have a lot going on, and we're definitely going to dive into that.
Yes. But first, welcome AJ Clingerman to Chokeholds and Chill.
Woo!
Thank you.
We're so excited to have you. So
yeah, so you're everywhere in the jiu-jitsu world, from coaching, you have camps, you have gear, you do consulting for business owners, you have a pod. What do you not do?
Well, I no longer run tournaments. I used to like run tournaments and do school build outs, like making mats and stuff. So I don't do those things anymore.
Oh my gosh.
when do you sleep?
I've got a pretty balanced life. I get to sleep. I get to hang out with my animals and my wife and stuff. But
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah.
That's good.
It feels like there's like you need a clone or a few
Or
clones.
a few, right?
that would be nice. That would be nice.
Yeah. So like what does a typical day in the life look like for you?
Yeah, I usually get up when my wife's getting up to get ready for work and just kind of hang out with the animals before I go in. So then in that time, I'm usually doing some writing or, just whatever work. I love when it's nice outside because I can just like sit outside and do my work. And we've gotten like an extended summer here in Indiana, so that's been nice.
That's so lucky.
Yeah, it's been really good. So it's given me more of that time. But then I go and teach a morning class. Afterwards, I work at the gym for a few hours and then come home and work at the house, doing household stuff too, like cleaning and, just the normal, that kind of stuff and hanging out with the animals. And then I go back to the gym and teach from like 5 to 9 and my wife I come home and have dinner and do it all again the next day.
Yeah, that's a lot. And I feel like we have to follow up with a pets question because you mentioned them a few times. So what's the family at home? What's the fur family look like?
Yeah, my wife's going to be embarrassed that I tell you this, but we've got 3 dogs and 2 cats.
Oh, that's not embarrassing.
I want to move in. Are you kidding?
Yeah, they're great. We just got a puppy though a few months ago, and that's been kind of crazy. But
wow,
Yeah, so it's good.
You
What kind of
guys,
dog?
yeah, you guys don't mess around.
It's, it kind of was a spiral. Like she had a dog and she had to get it a dog friend, and then I came along and I needed a cat, and then the cat needed a cat friend, and then, like it just kind of spirals.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, it
It
really
really
is.
is.
And it's hard to say no when you're right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So AJ, let's back up just a little bit. Tell us about your life growing up. Where do you come from? Who are you?
Oh, okay. So, I grew up in Indiana. I've lived a couple other places, but mostly I was in Indiana the whole time. And I grew up a dancer.
Love it.
So I was in the studio, all the time. My aunt owned the studio. It was my first job. I always thought I would own a dance studio. Turns out owning a jiu-jitsu gym isn't that much different. The
Yeah.
costumes aren't as cute, but other than that, it's about the same.
It
Right?
depends where you shop. You know?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I do try to design nice, fun costumes, but nothing is like sparkly. So
Yeah. But you don't have to spend time on makeup.
This is
So
true.
that's
that's
nice.
true.
Yeah.
That
But
is
the
true.
hair braids are real.
Yes, yeah. Well, at least I don't have to put in hair pieces and all of that. So
Yes. No tight buns with a million pins.
exactly.
How did jiu-jitsu come into your life? When did that start?
Like as far as owning a jiu-jitsu gym?
Or just training in general?
Yeah. So an ex got me into training. And again, I've just always been kind of entrepreneurial, so I knew he was like interested in teaching, and so I just literally like walked into a taekwondo school one day and said, would you be interested in like subleasing and letting us run a jiu-jitsu program here?
Wow.
And he was just like, yeah, actually I was just thinking about that. It was, it's kind of wild how it all worked out, but so we kind of opened our gym in the back of a taekwondo school, and that was in 2000, and here I am today.
Oh my gosh.
How long were you training before you opened that up?
Yeah, me personally, I was only training, kind of here and there, like in a garage, not really, a lot. He had been training for maybe 3 years at that point.
Wow.
It's 2000, so every gym
Yeah.
owner in Indiana was a blue belt at that time. So very different times.
Yeah.
Definitely. This sounds so similar to like how our gym came about here. My husband, quick story, white belt, couple stripes, no schools in the area, started a club in a taekwondo school,
Yeah.
subleasing some space just to get some jujitsu in the community. So
Yep. Yep. I
totally
mean,
get
that's just,
that.
yeah, that's kind of how it was back then. There
It's
there wasn't a
wild,
gym on every corner like there is now.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, so what would you say really like drew you in and got you hooked to jujitsu? What made you stick around?
Honestly, I mean, I was not hooked for a very long time.
Mm.
Um, so probably the first like decade at least, I was working several jobs to try and keep the gym open.
Mm.
We put everything into it. We lost our house, we lost our cars. Like we didn't know how to be business owners.
Yeah.
Um, and so I was working several jobs, and really the only time I would train in that first decade was like if there was another woman on the mat and she needed a partner. If that was, I kind of did it out of obligation. And then in like 2008, we did find a business coach, and the gym really like turned around, and like stopped having to work 3 jobs, and
That's so
um
good.
yeah, so then like I got to kind of find my love for jujitsu at that point. And in 2013, I got my blue belt and started a women's only class, and that really got me like being able to teach and, just spread the gospel of jujitsu.
Yeah.
I like the wording of that because it is, I mean, I feel like jujitsu is a religion.
Right?
I mean it's my
Definitely.
religion, so
Yes.
well, it's fine. But I mean, I feel like jujitsu, I guess, like churches, it's a big community,
Huge
right?
Yes.
community.
Yeah,
So,
and really community is like the most important part of it to me. Like
Yeah.
I think that, I think that's what made me fall in love with it, and that's absolutely what's like my driving factor now.
mhm,
Like in dance, I didn't really have that community so much. I think it was something that I craved.
Mhm.
It was cutthroat.
Yeah. Very
And
much.
yeah, it just wasn't what I wanted, I think, growing up and stuff. So I think having that ability to be anybody and come in with any ability just really spoke to me.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just loved, like I kind of fell in love with jujitsu myself because it kind of took away some of those body image issues where
Yes.
I no longer felt like I was so concerned about what I looked like. I was more concerned with like what my body could do.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to like give that to other women.
because it's like
So
such a gift to be able to give to other women.
Mhm.
it
and
really
and
is.
just like creating a space, like you having like women only classes and creating that safe space for women to come together and have that community, it's just so important. And I'm so glad that that's becoming more prominent in
Mhm.
the jujitsu community. So
Same.
it's really special that you're doing that. And I can speak for all women in the jujitsu cult slash religion that we
The realm.
appreciate that.
Well, and I also grew up dancing too, and so body images, I totally get it. It's like you and the ability, right? Like you can't
Yeah,
just walk into a room at any school and be like, this is all I can give, and it's a good chance it's not enough to stay in the room.
right.
Where jujitsu doesn't care.
Yep.
You'll learn
Hmm.
and we'll take you and we'll help you get
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, exactly. We'll love you where you are and push you to improve.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a
absolutely.
great way to put it. So it seems like we've talked to quite a few people with backgrounds in dance,
Yeah.
and I always ask because I'm curious because we've had different takes on it. Do you feel like your background in dance has translated and like helped you in jujitsu in any way?
Well, if you ask my students, they'll tell you that no matter what move I'm doing, my toes are pointed.
That's what
Same.
I say to Jen.
It's unavoidable. The
It
leg
is
doesn't work correctly.
exactly, especially if you want me to do like a pendulum sweep or
Yeah.
something. Absolutely. Um, I think, just having movement in my body, like it wasn't a sedentary life. So I think in that way it's helped. I do think sometimes I look at moves as like choreographed,
Yeah.
especially when I did more kickboxing, like uh, that felt more like a choreographed move. And so in that way, I guess it did.
Right.
Um, yeah. So,
And that's what because I don't have any background in dance and I am trash at dancing. But like sometimes when I'm doing like when we're going through sequences, like say we're doing like a combination from like armbar to triangle to omoplata, like I feel like it is kind of going through like a
It
choreographed
is.
routine in a
yeah.
way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I teach the kids too. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, step one, what do we do? Step two, what do we do?
Yeah.
And kind of go through it that way. So,
It works so well. So speaking of your students, so you have a role model grappling academy.
yes.
Tell us about that, the vibe, the kind of students you're growing, and then I want to talk about our mutual friend Ron down at Hero Academy.
Okay, yeah. So backing up a little bit because I kind of talked about how I got into jujitsu.
Yeah.
So me and that dude split but a few years ago. I don't know how many, 5 years ago. And so we kind of split the academy. I kept the facility, so basically I kept the lease and he kept the name and all the merchandise and website and everything.
Oh wow.
So that's when Role Model Academy was born. Um, we were already running camps that were role model. Actually,
Okay.
came about because that was my Twitter name.
Oh,
Or my
cute.
Twitter handle. That's how the name Role Model started. But so when we first started the gym, we kind of got questioned like, is this a women's only gym? Because we'd only been running women's only camps at that point.
Right.
So we had to like first convince people, no, this is for everyone. But really the main reason that I fought to keep a gym, to have a gym, was for a safe space. There were lots of people at the old gym that I ran that were very homophobic, transphobic, racist. Like it was, a lot of the grossness that
Yeah.
Not
so
cool.
yeah, exactly. So I really wanted to fight for a space that people felt safe. There was a point where one of my old coaches told me he thought all gay people and all allies should die.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And so I gave up everything to keep the gym. Like my house at that point was paid in full and all of that. I gave it all up. I just wanted a safe space. And so that's kind of what we've built Role Model Academy around, is having a safe space no matter who you are. Like on our like intake forms, we ask pronouns, we respect pronouns, we have individual changing stalls and locker rooms so people can change wherever they're comfortable.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I know that gives us a smaller market, I guess. We don't necessarily cater to the bros, but we're 2 women black belts teaching classes. So if you come in and you're one of the, if you don't vibe with that, you don't stick around anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's not, your space is not for everybody. Everybody's not for your space.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's okay.
Exactly. Yeah, and I can recommend places for them to go.
Exactly. Yes.
So when did your wife come into the picture? How did you meet her and what's that story?
Ooh, okay, so
If she's okay with this.
yeah, she's fine with it, but I've known my wife since she was in high school, and I was not in high school, but
No
it's not
shit.
inappropriate.
Okay.
It's not inappropriate. We were just friends for, like, I don't know, maybe I think we've been friends about 20 years now.
Wow. That's cool.
So we were just good friends for a long time. We started in a theater group together, and kind of became best friends. She started jujitsu in like more full-time in like 2015. I think she had tried it a few times before that, but like more full-time in like 2015. And we just became really good friends, and eventually fell in love. So
Oh, that's such a sweet
I
story.
love that. Yeah.
thanks. I genuinely had no idea I was gay. I don't think it was ever an option in my brain. I didn't think that was, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I think I might be a lesbian.
Hey,
Oh,
you know what?
nice.
That's a beautiful thing,
Way
really.
to be able to embrace that too and just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So do you feel like your guys' journeys as far as it, like with jujitsu have been pretty parallel? Like how have you guys progressed together, like through the ranks and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I got my blue in 13. She got hers in probably 16. She got her blue belt pretty fast. But she, trained a lot and was really good. She still is good. But, so there have been times when we've been the same rank, but usually for a short amount of time. Brown was the only belt we weren't really at the same time. And then she just got her black belt in April. So,
Hey,
Wow.
congrats to
That's
her.
so rad. Good
yeah,
job.
That's so exciting. You must have been such a proud wife.
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. I was so excited. My coach gave it to her because, I need to be a second degree to award black belts. So, my coach down in Tennessee gave her black belt, and it was really exciting.
Oh,
That is
that's
so
fantastic.
cool.
Who's your coach in Tennessee, if you don't mind us asking?
Yeah, not at all. Rachel Casillas.
Oh, I don't think I know her.
You should check her out. She's
Yeah.
phenomenal. She's 46 years old. She's been she's been teaching at all of our role model camps. She's taught at every single one of them. But she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's about 5 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, so she has a really like beautiful story and is just such an inspiration. And last year, I think she was the #1 gi and no gi competitor for Master 3.
Amazing.
Damn.
Yeah, she's just
Absolutely amazing.
amazing.
I will
Yeah.
definitely check her out. Thank you for that. Did you, with the role model grappling camps, did you teach with them before, or is that just the one that's coming up?
Yeah, so no, that's basically Rachel had run a camp at her gym in like 2014, I think, and I was like, "Oh my God, I want to do this in
Okay.
Indiana." And so we started them in our gym. It didn't have a name yet.
Okay.
We just started these like women's only camps, and it grew to now we do them in a convention hotel. There's 250 women there from all over
Wow.
North America. Yeah, it's so and I don't teach it everyone because like I'm I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
it's busy. It's
I'm
busy.
not trying to just and I don't want it to be the AJ show,
Right, right. You got to get
I
some
do exactly. I do teach
variety.
some stuff like I always run a business class and business mastermind and stuff like that at everyone, but yeah, I kind of try to not be the only like teaching every year.
Yeah, of course. So is this, if did I hear correctly that the role model grappling camps are the largest women's only jiu-jitsu camp in the world?
In the world. Yep, it sure is.
Woo!
We have a alchemize on our heels, but
Okay, good.
yeah,
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
friends with Maya. Like I was coaching her before she started camps. Like she was, talking to me like she wanted to start one. And so I've worked with her a lot. And I taught at her first 2 East Coast camps.
Okay.
But yeah, they're on our heels, but they haven't topped us yet.
So from the first camp that you did to your camps now, how much has that expanded? So like how many women were in your very first one?
About 45.
Wow.
Okay.
And now it's 250.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
it's crazy different too. In the beginning it was just jujitsu, which
Mhm.
is fantastic. That's what brings us all together. But now we have yoga in the morning, and we do sit down workshops, and we bring in doctors and physical therapists and just all kinds of different professionals to come and speak on different subjects that I think would benefit women on and off the mat.
Mm-hmm.
And we have like a Saturday night dance party. We raise a ton of money for Alzheimer's in honor of my coach. And we collect a lot of goods for our local women and children's shelter. And like, it's just this big thing it's just turned into this amazing event.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
so cool.
I have chills right now.
I
Like
can
this is amazing to hear.
Yeah, I can only imagine like the energy in the room with
Oh,
that because I mean, I've been to women's only classes and open mats, but I've never been in a room with that many
right.
jujitsu girls, you
It
know.
is amazing. It is amazing. And tons of women will come to me and say, like I was kind of falling out of love with jujitsu, or I was feeling
Mhm.
burnout, and this reinvigorated me.
Yeah, I feel like that's exactly what it would do.
Yeah.
It's just like
Breathe life
bring
into
you
it.
back to life. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. You two have to
amazing.
come to camp next year. You
I
have to mark it in.
know. So we have a mutual friend, Ron, down at Hero Academy in Tamarindo, and I was looking on his website right before this call,
Mhm.
because I've been down there, I think 7 times now.
Wow. I'm so
Yeah,
jealous.
so it's like my favorite place. So I was like, oh, what camps are coming up? And that's why I saw yours on there. So you guys are there
Yeah.
in February
Yes.
of
Yes.
2026.
Yep. This will be our 4th time there. I was actually the first woman to teach for the Hero Academy.
That's a
Um,
fun fact.
That is a fun
Isn't that
fact.
cool? Yes,
Yes.
yeah. So, but yeah, so we actually have several black belts coming. So, my wife and I will be there, and obviously, Ray and Rachel will be there, and we'll all be teaching. It's her, that's my wife's name. It's her turn to teach on the hilltop because
Oh,
it'll be our fourth
Nice.
year. So we've all been taking
yeah.
turns, and now she has her black belt, so it's her turn.
That's
That
so
is
fun.
such a moment.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I want to hear how like she feels after that because the hilltop's
Yeah.
cool anyway.
Yeah,
But then to
right?
like get to teach for the first time, that's got to be the best.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Oh,
So the camp that you're doing in Costa Rica, is that co-ed or is that just women?
No, it is co-ed.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
The
anybody and
very
everybody.
That's right. The very first one we taught, we tried to do like the first week or the first half of the week was women's only, and the second half was co-ed because we thought the women would go down and the men would meet us down there. But then all the men came anyway, and we were like, okay, we might as well just do the whole week co-ed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially when you're down there too. It's kind of like, oh, all right, you do your class and then you go have your
Yeah.
life and then come back later.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I
Wow.
highly recommend anyone to go down there, whether it's for our camp or someone else's. Like it's such a good like such a good charity things that they're doing down there for the kids down there is just amazing. So
Yeah,
highly recommend it.
Yeah.
we can definitely second and third that.
Yeah. Yeah. I've only been once, so I also envy Jen for the 7 times that she's been.
Yeah.
But it is such an incredible experience. So obviously you've created something really special for women. So what have you learned about building safe and inclusive spaces on the mat?
I think one thing is, it's leading from the front, right? It's
Mhm.
kind of walking the talk, like making sure that my language is appropriate and calling out inappropriate language, those microaggressions or, anything like that. And just, I think that the community acts as the community acts. So if you see other people treating people with respect, you're more likely to treat them with respect too.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, it starts from the top.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Well, and you can feel that in a room too, right?
Yes.
Like if that's how people are expected to act and that's the energy you give, like if you have somebody shitty running it, you're you're definitely going to feel that vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you can tell, like if people are in it for the money or the accolades and like there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that at all if that's their vibe, but like I think you can tell the difference in something that's run for the community.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
So, how do you balance are you still actively competing? I guess I should ask that. You said you skipped Master Worlds this year because you had the wedding, but are you still
Yes.
competing actively?
Yes. So I did pans in March. So I can't say that I have competed a ton in the last few years.
Mhm.
But I've had several surgeries.
Oh,
Um, uh, a couple foot surgeries, a shoulder surgery, and 2 throat surgeries. The throat
oh,
surgery had nothing to do with jujitsu.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
yeah, so I've competed like once a year the last few years.
okay.
But before that, I was very active, and I think I'll get back to being more active. But it is hard to balance being the full-time coach and being a competitor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've seen that even within our own gym here. Our
Mhm.
our professors are a married couple and they've both had to kind of give up some of that time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
even as a purple belt, like I've definitely sacrificed
Yeah.
like my competing when I started coaching. So
Yeah.
that's definitely
yeah,
taken the front
The
seat.
best.
Yeah. But that's okay because I love it because
same.
it's empowering to do for yourself, but then to be able to share it with others. So how like it must be such a good feeling, like helping women especially feel so empowered because I feel like as women in general, like
Mhm.
we got our issues, right? It's like
Yeah.
ingrained into us. Um,
Yeah.
and I think that just as a baseline, we constantly are comparing ourselves to others, right? So
Yeah.
how do you help women feel empowered without like burning out or comparing themselves to everybody else? Mm.
Yeah. Our like first set of rash guards that we ever made. So we have lots of rash guards, spats, singlets, all that on our Role Models Wanted website. But our first rash guards we made say not your competition on the back.
Mm.
And we talk a lot about like, we might compete in a tournament against each other, but we're not competition. Something we do it at camp, and this isn't usually something I talk much about because I want you to experience it for the first time, but something we do at camp is called Rise for a Role Model. And they have these sheets that they like mark all these things that apply to them. And they start out easy. Like I've been nervous to get on the mat, or, maybe I've felt like I didn't belong on my team or something like that. And then they get really deep, they maybe they've had suicidal ideations or have made attempts, or like it gets really, really hard.
Right.
And then they fold them up and they pass them and they pass them and they pass them and they pass them. And then I read them out loud. And for each one that your sheet that you have in your hand, which is not your sheet, but everything that has a check mark on it, you stand up. And it's really, really powerful to see like what the other women are going through. And you just look at it like, like 50% of the people in the room have had these issues, or like whatever the thing is. And you just kind of talk about being more kind, and you never realize what people are going through. And then like the final couple things are like, I've met some of my best friends through jujitsu. Like jujitsu in many ways has saved my life. And like the whole room standing, and I'm like, this is why we do this, guys. Like
Yeah,
this
that's
is
cool.
it's amazing. I bawl every time.
That gives me chills. Like
Yeah.
that's seriously like what a powerful thing to be a part of, and then to be able to share that with your wife on top of that. What's that dynamic like doing all of this with her?
We get along great. I mean, we've been best friends for a very long time. So, and both not in the most loving relationships before. So, I think we really make sure we're showing each other how much we value each other on a regular basis. And we're both each other's like biggest cheerleaders and supporters. And, she kind of, I don't know, lets me be my wild and crazy self, and is never embarrassed of me, which is amazing.
That's great to have.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, so it's really good to have her like supporting me, and like it's good to like bounce ideas off of. And like I have, even though I'm not that much further ahead of her as a belt level, like obviously we're both black belts now, but I've been in the sport a lot longer. So it's good to kind of get her like almost more fresh eyes on things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
So
would you say is more competitive between the two of you?
like from a jujitsu standpoint,
Yeah, let's keep it there. Keep it neutral.
I don't really know. I think we, like we tend to compete in the same tournaments. Just that's the best way to do it, so we can like actually kind of help each other prepare and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think she would say I'm more competitive, especially if we're like playing games.
Like board games and stuff.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
I love
Give
it.
me catchphrase or something, and I'm gonna.
Have you guys ever actually like competed against each other in a tournament?
No, no. And I don't think we would.
No.
Um,
Right.
yeah,
You
I
guys would
I
both have
joked
to
with
sign
her a
up for
couple.
adult.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I joked with her a couple days ago that for the next Indie Open I would drop down to Master 2 and compete against her. And she was like, absolutely not.
That would be so fun to watch.
That would be for
Right? I think
everybody else, but you guys maybe not.
yeah, we don't really get I actually think it's probably the opposite. Like we never get like angry or aggressive on the mat with each other.
That's fun.
I think it's more like I'm more timid because I'm so afraid I'll hurt her.
Mhm.
You know, like I'm afraid I'll just fall funny or do something silly or, like, so I think I end up going the other way and being a little too timid with her sometimes.
Yeah, you don't want to go home with the person you just hurt and then have to
No,
hear about it.
it's
Well, I would just,
ask
honestly,
my
I would feel
husband.
so bad.
I know. I'm like, I feel so guilty if I ever accidentally bump or when I give Jen a black eye accidentally. Like I feel
Right?
like such a
Like,
dick. But at least, when when her husband does it and they have to go home together, like that's it is what it is.
oh yeah, but I make him like leave jujitsu at the gym. I don't want it at the house. Do you guys keep jujitsu at the gym or do you bring it home too?
I think we bring it home only because like my life is wrapped up in jujitsu.
Yeah.
So, if we didn't talk about it at home, I'm not sure what else I really do.
Right. Oh no, we definitely talk about it, but I don't want him to do it on me.
Oh yeah.
Like at the
Yeah, I don't
house, I'm
think
like, just no.
yeah, I don't think we really do jujitsu at the house. Not
Yeah.
since like COVID, but our gym is also 3 minutes from our house. So there have been times where we're just like hanging out at the house and like, you want to go roll? Yeah, let's go.
Oh,
Just go to the
that's
gym.
fun.
I'm so
Yeah.
jealous.
I
That's so
know.
awesome.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
It
Oh my
is.
gosh.
It is. I had a goal. So I just turned 46 and I set a goal that I wanted to get 46 rounds the week of my birthday.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, so then like on Sunday we were doing math and I was like, I don't know if I can make it. And she's like, oh, let's go to the gym. So we went and just like rolled 10 extra rounds so that I wouldn't be like exhausted all week trying to
Holy
finish them.
shit.
Oh my gosh, that's badass. Like, way for her to, she's just like, yep, we're doing this. Like, let's go
Oh
get your
yeah.
goal.
That's
That's
Yep.
that,
Yep.
awesome.
that's so cool. And like I always say like my husband does not train jujitsu and I'm always so envious of the jujitsu couples out there. But then at the
Yeah.
same time I'm like probably a good thing because it has become my whole personality.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
he keeps me in check a little bit. So
He
he's like,
reminds you
yeah, he's
of
like,
your skills.
don't forget who you are outside of the cult.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
But he especially loves when I like come home and I'm like, let me try this choke on you. Um, Jesse, who is Jen's husband, I went to his morning class yesterday and he
Mm.
taught TP chokes.
What?
Mhm.
Oh, I wasn't. Oh
my
shit! I
God,
wasn't
that's my
supposed.
choke.
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to tell Jen that actually. Shit.
Idiot.
I
Jesse
forgot.
listens to this, so I got your number.
Oh crap! Yeah, he said don't tell Jen I did this, and I
I
forgot.
can't fucking believe he did that. I just used it last week on all the big guys, and then he goes and teaches them.
So rude. So
It
rude.
is.
But
Ah.
I got home and I was like, Beach, let me practice this choke on you. And he's like, no, he's learned his
No.
lesson.
He doesn't want that. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. We're gonna have a little chit chat today.
So
Let's go to the pod. Let's talk about her podcast.
yeah.
Stew on this.
Let's transition. So tell us about Beauty and the Gi. I
Yeah.
love the name.
It's so cute.
Thank you. So, my co-host's name is also Jen, and we knew each other from a speakers and authors mastermind, and I kept being like, "Come try jujitsu," and so she's a podcaster by trade, so she
Oh,
does editing and all of that. Like that's her full-time gig. So
cool.
she was doing this like awkward BJJ journal as she did her first month of jujitsu. And then she came to me and she was like, I think I want to do this for real. I want to do a jujitsu podcast. And I was like, well, if you're doing it, I'm doing it with you.
That's fun.
I was like, you don't even know jujitsu yet. So let's do it together. So I think I was a purple belt when the podcast started. We started in April of 2019. So
Wow, and you're going strong.
yeah. Yeah.
That's so cool.
What are the most satisfying conversations that you have on the pod?
Um, I always like doing like listener questions and stuff. My favorite episodes though are the ones on like mindset. I just enjoy like talking about that. And I think that it helps me to like brush up on the things that I should be like thinking and doing and stuff like that, particularly around competition. So I enjoy talking about that too.
Those are all good.
Yeah, and obviously, like podcasting is another way to build community and everything. So, how do you
Yeah.
see that as like an extension of your mission to build and provide that community for people?
Yeah, definitely. I enjoy the like parasocial relationship thing, you know, like I enjoy that people feel like I'm their friend. That's what I
Mhm.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I want them to hear me and like just, you know, I don't know, just feel like we're buds. And
Yeah.
that has brought people to camps before. Like people have come to the Costa Rica camp or to our women's only camp or to our white belt camps, or, you know, because of the podcast, people have introduced themselves at like tournaments and stuff. Like at Worlds, I'll be talking or I'll laugh or something, and they'll be like, "Are you AJ Clingerman?"
Ah, that's so cool.
That's fun.
Yeah. And then like I had this kid recently that trained at a school kind of, you know, probably 40 minutes from us. And they were big fans of the podcast and then found out we were in Indianapolis and switched to our gym.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
and they
fantastic.
right, it was really cool. And it's not like I'm trying to like poach people, but like they belong with us.
They all find their place.
Exactly. But we had our team picnic at our house, and they were like, "I can't believe I'm using AJ Klingerman's bathroom. Like this is so weird."
That's so funny. Do you feel like a celebrity a little bit?
A little sometimes. I mean, like you know, like it just is fun. Like I just am like, that's so cool.
Yeah, that is really, really neat. I
So-
love it.
Yeah, and on top of that, you also help business owners by coaching them through your role model business.
Yes.
How did that come about? What's going on with that?
So I had mentioned earlier in the podcast that I got a business coach in like
Yeah.
2007 or 8 and kind of changed my world really.
Mhm.
And I won like an international marketer competition, like international marketer of the year in like 2012. And so I started doing some coaching then, and I would teach like monthly workshops on different subjects like social media or referrals or, you know, whatever. There's like 28 subjects I was teaching on altogether. COVID killed that group, but RIP.
Yeah.
But I
Moving
also
forward,
did,
right?
yeah. I also did like masterminds. I still do. So I didn't stop doing the masterminds. I coach businesses that are not jujitsu as well. Like I literally have a clown as one of my clients. Uh,
Oh my
which
God.
is such a time. Coaching a clown is just a time. Um,
I don't even know what to say.
I know, right?
I
Yeah.
feel like I have so many questions, but I'm also speechless. So carry on.
But obviously like my favorite type of business to coach is jujitsu gyms. Like that's, you know, that's kind of my bread and butter. And so like coaching them from everything to like how to get started to you know, how to get more people in the gym, how to do community events and just all that kind of stuff. So I just kind of spun off my regular coaching business into the role model business coaching, so that I could kind of focus more on martial arts gyms.
Yeah. So, and a lot of jujitsu, like gym owners and coaches, they struggle with the business side of things. What would you
Yeah.
say is the biggest mistake you see people making, and what's one piece of advice that you feel like can make or break a gym?
Well, I think one, the reason most of them struggle is because primarily, and this is true for businesses across the board, we get into business because we enjoy doing the thing, you know. We open a restaurant because we like cooking or we like food, or we, you know, open a jujitsu gym because we're good at jujitsu or we think we are, you know, who knows. But not but not because we know how to run a business.
Right.
And that's such a different set of skills. So I think like the biggest mistake is thinking that kind of like if you build it, they will come, which to be fair, that's how I was in the beginning. Like I ran a school for 8 years and had no idea, what I was doing from a business standpoint. Luckily, I was willing to work my butt off and give up everything to keep that gym open. Otherwise, I don't know where I'd be today.
Wow. So, how about a piece of advice that can make or break a gym?
Um, Something that can break a gym would be catering to the top like 10% or 20% of your student base.
Yeah.
So, and what I mean by that is like really focusing on just your competitors and not the hobbyists. I think more people are in jujitsu as a hobby, as a pastime, as community, something healthy to do, self-defense, anything like that. But some schools get so focused on the accolades that they focus primarily on those students and are not paying attention to the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what keeps you motivated and what keeps you going on the days where you're tired or like you have to feel burnout sometimes?
Definitely. I
Yeah.
absolutely get burnout sometimes. Um, and like sometimes there are tears, like you're just like, oh, this is so hard. Things can be really hard sometimes. But then, somebody will send me a message on Instagram and talk about like how much I've helped them or inspired them or, whatever that is. Or, somebody will pull me aside at the gym and talk about how much they were struggling and how, jujitsu has helped them in their life. And like, that's absolutely the thing that keeps me going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's like it is the best feeling when you know that you've made a difference for
Yes.
somebody else. And I
It
feel like
is.
that's another thing that like can reinvigorate your love for jujitsu. And
Definitely.
that's so special. So,
Yeah.
that's great. So what is your favorite thing about coaching? And do you have a favorite population to coach?
I definitely would prefer adults over children.
Okay.
I feel
I mean,
that.
I still teach the kids classes. We've got several kids coaches, but so I'm still in there most classes, but I'd prefer the adults. And I think my favorite thing about coaching, I don't know, just like the aha moments,
Yes.
just those little moments where even, there'll be a purple belt and they'll be like, I never realized that detail.
Right.
Like you can have those aha moments throughout your entire jujitsu journey. And I just think that's so fun.
I probably had one this morning during my own
Oh.
class.
That you're teaching.
That I'm teaching. I'm like, oh, is that why I do that?
Right? Yeah.
Sometimes things just like click and you're like, shit, like, why didn't I figure that
And
out 3 years ago?
and sometimes a student will point it out, right? Like
Yes.
they'll say like, oh, are you doing this because of this? And I'll be like, oh my God, I think I am.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes so much sense.
You
Yeah.
learn so much from coaching. Like, I feel like,
Yes.
man, when I started coaching, I feel like my jujitsu got so much better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I want to ask, like, what do you not like about coaching the kids? Is it
They're
is it
feral.
the attention? Like, because like I just have trouble filtering myself, so I'm like, oh, don't say fuck.
So
that.
I'm honestly most of the time kind of a Disney princess. So I don't tend to like have any trouble filtering myself. I don't cuss very often.
Oh, I'm
Um
sorry
no,
I'm
you're
sorry
fine.
for my mouth.
You're not offending me at all. Again, like that, it doesn't bother me, but that's not my issue. It's that they're feral.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
And yeah, I don't know. I just,
It's just boogers and body fluid.
yeah, exactly.
They're tiny germ
And
God, they
machines.
just want to touch everything.
it's like you could teach the same thing 6 classes in a row and some of them just are not gonna pay attention or get it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So I
And
mean,
that's
I
okay.
love our kids. Yeah. I love our kids. I'm thankful for them, but I just tend to have a better time with the adults.
Yeah, same. So, what other than the hero camp you have coming up in February, what's on the horizon for you and your gym and your company and all of the
Yeah.
things?
The whole shebang.
Yeah, so we have our white belt camp coming up. We do 2 of those a year on different subjects every time. So this one's on open guard, and this is a very small camp. Like it'll be like less than 20 people in our gym, kind of like an intensive on a certain subject.
Super.
And then the hero Costa Rica camp in February, and then our role model women's only camp in July. I think it's the 13th through the 15th, whatever that Friday through Sunday is in July. And we actually have a discount code for your listeners
Oh,
if you'd
cool.
like
Yeah.
that. So we just made the code choke50, and that'll get you $50 off that role model camp.
Awesome. Heck yeah.
Thank you.
Choke 50.
Choke 50. Can you tell us the website one more time they can go to for that?
Yes, it's Role Models Wanted, and it's ROLL since we do jujitsu. And it's the 10th through the 12th of July. So sorry about the dates.
Awesome. That is so great. I'm really excited for you, and like I feel like you guys are just getting started.
Right.
Thank you. I love what we do. I'm obsessed with the community, and I just want to like continue to grow it both like here locally and the women's community all around. Like yeah, I just want to help more and more. So
Yeah. That makes me really happy. We love to see strong, motivating women and just in general, but in jujitsu it's extra special.
I feel like it's what drew me to the sport and what keeps me here.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you would like to share or address with us today before we get into our kind of wrap up lightning round fun stuff?
Ooh, I don't think so. I think I did mention the gear, right? That's on the website too. So highly recommend a singlet. That's the number one thing that I like to recommend, because like then you don't worry about your rash guard coming up or your pants coming down.
Perfect.
I love a singlet.
Same.
They're so great.
Well,
Yes.
we'll be going shopping after we're
Yes.
done here. All right. So are you down for some rapid fire questions?
I am.
Awesome. All right. We'll start.
Let's do it.
Start easy. Okay. So gi or no gi?
Gi.
What is your favorite submission?
A loop choke. Technically a Wild West, but it's a version of the loop choke.
Oh, I would like you to teach me that.
I would love to.
If you could only teach one technique for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Honestly, I guess that, although my partners would all hate it.
That's fair. How
Yeah.
about from which position would you want to teach from for the rest of your life?
Oh, I guess guard. If I have to pick one position for the rest of my life, guard is the most vast. So
Mhm.
I guess that's what I would choose.
I
Yeah.
like that.
What is your like pre-competition routine?
I like to listen to music. Usually I'll find one song that I'll just play on repeat over and over. And it typically has to be a decently chill song so that my anxiety isn't shooting up too high. My favorite is when it's Nogi World's time, I'll just listen to like Pentatonic's Christmas.
Oh, that's so fun.
Amazing. Way to take yourself out of the moment.
Yeah,
Just to
exactly.
like chill.
Yeah.
That is so funny. So if you had a super fight tomorrow, what would your walkout song be?
From the
Ooh,
Pentatonics Christmas album.
yeah. Everyone would be so surprised. I would probably still my wife's answer. She would be mad, but there's a song called Body Bag, and I think it's like Hit the Lights or something is the name of the band, but that's probably the best walkout song.
Okay, we're
Perfect.
gonna
I'll have to look it up.
play that after this as well.
Yeah.
Shopping and listening to Body Bag.
Yes.
What is your go-to post-comp meal?
Probably something like Brazilian barbecue or something.
Oh, nice.
So much meat.
Yes.
If you are not at jujitsu or coaching jujitsu or doing something jujitsu related, what are you doing?
I love to like go hiking or be in the water of any kind.
Beautiful. And then a couple more. Where's your favorite place that you've ever traveled for jujitsu?
Specifically gone there for jujitsu,
Yeah,
I'd say it has to be Costa Rica.
nice. And then not for jujitsu, what's the favorite place you've ever been?
Hawaii.
Oh,
What island?
Kauai is my favorite. I literally miss Hawaii every day that I'm not there.
I feel
And
that.
I've done jujitsu on all of the islands, but didn't go there specifically for jujitsu.
Nice.
Oh,
I used to live on Kauai, so
Yeah.
so the last question we ask all of our guests is if your best friend had to describe you in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Oh my gosh. Well, that's so hard.
it is hard.
Well, seeing as my best friend is my wife, she's probably going to say,
Gay.
gay. Yeah, that's fantastic. I was gonna
Mallory,
say,
what do you-
no, that's fantastic. I, I was gonna say she'd probably say like beautiful, kind, and this is hard because it makes me feel like I'm saying nice things about myself.
No.
But you should be your hype girl. We want to be your hype
Right?
girls.
I think she'd say driven too. That's
Oh,
probably
I like that.
I can see that. I mean, just from this conversation alone, like you're doing it all. You're doing the most. And
Everything.
you're making it look easy.
And you're changing everything about women in jujitsu, I think.
Yeah, you're changing the game. You're changing the landscape and you're like inspiring to us, like
Yes.
as
Thank you so
you
much.
know, women in jujitsu and women doing, podcasting as like a passion project. Like you're fucking awesome.
And you're inspiring.
Thanks.
Yeah. So we
Thank you. I
just
appreciate that.
yeah, we love the way that you're leading by example and with heart and with community.
Definitely.
Yeah. So where can people find you, follow you, all of the good stuff?
And then one more time with the camp sign up info too, if you would.
Yes. I'm AJ Clingerman everywhere you go, and that's Clingerman with a C. And the website is rollmodelswanted.com, and it's ROLL.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, AJ. I thought this was like one of my favorite conversations so far.
This was so
Thank you.
great. And I hope that we can talk to you again after your camps and hear all about them and how they went.
And someday I hope to
Absolutely.
run into you at a camp.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we're
Yes.
gonna make a trip to an all women's camp. Like we're gonna do
I would
that.
love that.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Alrighty.
Well, thank you so much, and
Thank you.
hopefully
This
we
was so
touch.
fun.
Yeah, tell your wife we said hi.
Yeah.
I will. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check us out on Instagram at chokeholdsandchillpod or shoot us a message at chokeholdsandchillpod@gmail.com.